Hey guys, this is Coach Jordan and Jimmy from the Stallnaker Boys and Girls Club. I'm the coach here in the gym, and a lot of you kids know me. I'm going to teach you guys how to juggle. So when I was a teen at the Branson Boys and Girls Club, I learned how to juggle from my staff, and it's a really fun thing to do, and I'm hoping you guys can learn something new while in your time with your family and at your house. First off, I'm going to teach you guys how to juggle 2 balls, and then we'll get to 3, so that way you guys will be a master at this, all right? But this takes a lot of concentration and it takes some practice, so you will have to practice, but I'm hoping that through this you can bond with your families and you can have a fun time while doing it. So first off, you're going to get 1 ball. It doesn't have to be any ball. It can be a tennis ball, be an actual juggling ball, grapes, or not grapes, it can be oranges, or it can be anything you want. If you want to get hazardous, go with eggs. I don't really care. But either way, they have to be 3 around the same size. I like tennis balls because they're light and easy to use. First off, you're going to take 1 ball, you're going to roll it in your hand. You're just going to roll it up and roll it off your fingertips. You want it to have a nice spin on it. With that spin, it'll keep it right there where your hands are. Because when you throw it up in the air, sometimes the ball can go way out here or something. So you want to put that spin on your hand, or on the ball. When you put that spin on the ball, it keeps it steady. Keeps right there. Do that 10 times continuously. Once you do that 10 times continuously, you'll be ready for 2 balls. So this is where it gets a little tricky. In order to do this, you have to look at where the ball starts to come down. So when you throw it up, when it starts to come down is when you throw the next ball up. So for example, in a slower motion, it'll look like this. So as it comes down, you're gonna throw it up, and that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2. So as it comes down, you're throwing it up. 2, 1, 2. And you want to do that at least 10 times. Once you have that, remember, you are still rolling it off your fingertips. You want to keep that motion. So when you're doing this, roll it off your fingertips to keep it there, okay? Now once you have that motion, you're ready to continuously do it. But I want you to be able to do that 10 times. Just sitting there going 1, 2. Once you do that 10 times, you're ready for the next step. So this next step, you're just going to do it continuously now. So when you throw it up, and you just keep going with it. They don't have to go in a circular motion, you're just throwing it up and you're keeping them right there with you. And once you get a good amount of time, maybe about 10 to 20 seconds, that's when you know you're doing really well, and you can start doing other things. You can start going in a circular motion, and that's when really it gets down to putting spin on your hand. You need to first be able to master doing this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Remember, as the ball comes down is when you throw the next ball up. But once you're able to do this, you're ready for 3 balls. You're gonna need ample amount of room for 3. 3 can sometimes get a little hard at first. And it's all where your hands are. You will need to be able to know where your hands are when the balls are thrown up in the air. Because you don't want to be looking at your hands. You want to be looking at where the ball is going. So you're gonna have 2 in your dominant hand. So meaning if you're right-handed, have the 2 there. If you're left-handed, you're gonna have the 2 there. You're gonna throw the first one up. Now first, you're just gonna practice throwing to your other hand. I guess that's the hardest part. You're gonna throw it to your other hand. You're gonna catch it. Throw it, catch it. Throw it, catch it. And look at where that ball comes down. Throw it, catch it. Throw it, catch it. And once you get about 10 times, then maybe you're ready for the next, okay? Give yourself patience, it may take some time. So now you're gonna do it kind of continuously. You're gonna throw it and then you're gonna throw the other one, okay? 1, 2. So as the ball comes down is when you throw the one in your left hand. So throw the one in your right to your left. Right to the left. You're gonna do this a couple times until you get this motion down. Once you get this motion down, when you throw it from your right to your left, or from your left to your right, depending on which hand is dominant, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna keep doing it. Get it about 10 to 15 times, because this is the harder part. Okay, now this is where you are gonna be able to do it. After you're able to get those motions down, being able to go from your left to your right, you now do it continuously. So you go left to the right and you just keep going. You have to remember to wait before it hits your hand. So for example, 1, you just throw it before it hits your hand. As it starts to come down, you throw it. And sooner or later, you'll be able to do this without looking at your hands, and you'll be able to just know where the balls are going. So remember, 1, 2, 1, 2. You just want to do it like that. 1, 2. Remember this motion? 1, 2, and then you just throw it up as it comes down. That's what you want to do. That's how you juggle 3. Now I'm going to teach you 2 tricks to do after you've done this. So first trick is under your leg. This was one of the first tricks I did, and one of my most favorite tricks is under the leg and being able to get it under the leg. So first, you want to make sure you have room. You don't want to hit your mom or your dad or your siblings, or you don't want to hurt yourself. So first off, you're going to go back to juggling just normal. And then when one ball is in the air, you're gonna throw it just a little bit higher to give you enough time. So you're gonna throw it higher, and when you throw it higher, you're then gonna come underneath with one hand, and you're gonna throw this ball up. So it's gonna look like this. So as this ball goes up, your hand goes underneath, and you have to catch that ball. I messed up. It's okay to mess up. Messing up is part of the learning process. You just do it again. You gotta catch the ball while underneath your leg and be able to throw it up as it comes down. So as it comes down, you throw it up. Throw it higher, throw it up, catch it. So you have to be able to balance on one foot and wait for it to come down like this. Something you can practice right before doing it is just doing this. You know that little two-hand thing I did? That's what you do underneath your leg. So then you're able to do it underneath your leg. Now this is after some practice. You first have to be able to get this down with 3 balls. Okay, the second trick is bouncing it off your knee. This is also one of my favorite tricks. It's an easy one that a lot of you can do. So that one was a bit harder. This one's gonna be a little easier. So first, you're gonna take it and you're gonna juggle. So when you throw one up in the air, so you're gonna throw one up and you're just gonna bounce it off your knee and keep going. Exact same motion, you're just gonna catch it, keep going. This is all you're gonna do. So it's exactly this motion. You're just gonna throw it up, get it off your knee, catch it, and keep going. And then of course there are other tricks you can do. You can throw it high up in the air, you can turn around and then you can catch it and keep going. There are many, many tricks you can do. And juggling is a really good thing to pass the time off because it does take a lot of time and a lot of practice. But once you get it down, it's a lot of fun and you'll be able to share it with everybody. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful break while you're gone, and be safe and stay healthy. See you guys.